Hi, I'm Morgan. This is Matt. This is Oppie. And this is Nandi. And this is our home. Follow along with us as we travel the United States in our 30-foot converted schoolie. Before we get started, just a quick reminder to subscribe. It costs you absolutely nothing but means the world to us. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy this episode.
Um, so a big thing for a lot of people moving into schoolies, especially for those who are going to be living in them full time, is trying to have enough space for all of your belongings. Obviously, you have to downsize a little bit if you're moving from a home, but you still have certain things you need to take with you. For us, one of those things was shoes. We both like to have a set of sandals, runners, and then some hiking boots. And then to have them out of the way but easily accessible, we've got them tucked away in the front door here. So I've got, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sets of shoes. Now, admittedly, just the first 1 or 2 sets are really easy to get to, and then you sort of got to switch around, but that's not too bad. Another location where you can get loads of storage is under your couches and dinettes. It's not always the most accessible storage, but not all storage needs to be. So basically, ours just slides out, and then in here we've also got our diesel heater. We've got some like spare electrics, a little fan, bags, some craft stuff, sleeping bags. Got a small vacuum cleaner under there. Then just other bits and pieces, and as you can see, there's still more room that we can put stuff under there, but we haven't needed it yet, and it's nice to have a little extra when you're getting on the road. Another spot, like I said, underneath the dinettes. So this one normally has Oppie's car seat on it, so it's not accessible until you take a car seat off. Pretty simple for anyone who's used a car seat before. There's just a lift-up lid. I've got my tool bag in there, like more mechanical hand tools. Some bits and pieces in that storage box. And then also under there is some of our electrics. One part of that's pulled out at the moment. Yeah, and there's still room to put more stuff in there, but I like not to overcrowd places. So yeah.
Obviously, when we started a bus build, we knew that this little one was on the way. So we wanted to have a spot where just her toys could go, or like a designated area just for her stuff. So in here we have a little nook, and this basically has all of her toys. Every little toy that she owns goes in this, and we plan on just updating this as she grows. But this is all the stuff that fits in here. Alright, so as you can see, there's lots sort of jammed in there. This is actually her hammock, and she's not really using this at the moment, but it is hers, so we stuff it back there. The only things that don't really belong in here are our yoga mats, and that is something that we're still trying to find a home for. When we did the build, that wasn't, a priority, so we're just trying to find somewhere for those to go, but right now they're in Oppie's nook because she doesn't have that much stuff. Well, sort of.
Another area which you need to try and have as much space for as possible is your kitchen area. Obviously, even though you're downsizing, you still need the same things you have in a house, and potentially sometimes you need more food storage because you might be in areas where you're not as close to a supermarket. We opted not to do overhead shelves, so we did big drawers underneath our kitchen. For example, we have 3 big drawers like this, which is like our pantry. I'll quickly pull stuff out into the counter here, and you can see how much you can actually get into that space. Now, if that all laid out on the counter, it might not look like the most organised drawer in the world, but it actually functions fairly well. We've been pretty happy with it, and that's you know, certain things, that's probably at least 2 to 3 weeks worth of food, of dry goods and canned stuff right there. So it's pretty nice being able to carry that much.
Another space that I was really concerned about when we started the build was our closet space. I wanted to make sure that we had plenty, and we definitely ended up with a lot. So this side is all my hanging clothes. The doors don't get too much in the way. It sort of goes to about here, so I can easily get to any of my stuff. Originally, Matt had some stuff hanging on the other side, but we've recently just moved it to some of these shelves. This shelf is actually empty right now. We don't have anything in it because we did a bit of reorganizing, and yeah, something will find its home there eventually. But as you can see on this side, yeah, lots more hanging space that actually isn't being used at the moment. And yeah, Matt's clothes up there. We've got extra sheets, a diaper bag that we're not really using anymore, our backpack. So yeah, lots and lots of stuff can fit in here, and we still have plenty of room. And then on this side, we have little boxes where we store like my bras and underwear and swimsuits. But those are all 2 drawers deep. And Matt's clothes, because they don't really need to be hung, most of his stuff is in those drawers, which works really well. And at the bottom here, now the floor is raised 8 inches, so in the closet we didn't do the floor raise, which makes it sort of look like it steps down. And underneath, that's Nandi's dog food, but underneath here is a little nook, and we've got more more shoes, and like, yeah, Uggs, and yeah, whatever else is down there. And then also our laundry basket, which is flexible, so it bends and moves with whatever we have in there at the moment. Alright, and then this side is sort of a combination of mine and Oppie's stuff, and then recently we've changed this drawer into some more toiletry stuff. But the drawers are nice and deep, so we can fit all of her clothes, all her diapers, just in one drawer, which is really nice. And then underneath the drawers, so the floor ends here obviously, and there's 8 inches of storage underneath them, so you can pull the drawers completely out and then get to the stuff underneath there. And we just keep her next size of clothes in there, so right now she's in like 6 month stuff, and then underneath there is 9 to 12 month stuff, or 6 to 9 month stuff. Yeah, which is nice.
Like most people who have just either converted a school bus or even brought one and then traveling in it, you end up wanting to carry some tools to make additions, improve things, make repairs. So because we did the roof raise, I also was able to raise the floor back here, and that just really opened up a whole new world of storage. So this isn't completely finished, so at the moment I have to use the screwdriver to pop up the floor. I just need to glue these pieces together and put a little handhold in there. But we were in a time crunch to get on the road. So then under here, it's a bottomless pit. That's probably 3/4 of what's under here. Obviously the space goes all the way back in here. I've got spare cable, some plumbing parts. Goes all the way back to the bed. So under there, some more clamps, spare blades. Under here, there's more drill bits, router bits, hole saws.
Sorry, I just don't know what this baby's doing.
Yeah. So, other than a welder, a table saw, and a miter saw that I borrowed from some family members back in Oregon, this is basically everything I used to build this bus. Obviously I use more parts and materials, but basically with just a few extra pieces you could build this bus on the road. And then to make it a little bit simpler and, you know, a way to sort of navigate here, on the floor I've just written, I've written like router bits and an arrow pointing that way, electrical fittings and an arrow pointing that way. And it's not perfect, but it lets me remember roughly where things are, so I don't have to pull everything out when I'm getting to stuff. To get to certain things, yeah, you do have to pull a few things out, but that's not the end of the world. The basic tools I want to get to are super accessible. Now I've just got to put this all away again.
Another one of our favorite storage compartments is this games cupboard. It's a little bit awkward to open because we have this little latch up the top here, which keeps this bathroom door closed if we've got guests in that area. But anyways, I don't really think Matt thought that one through when he put it in, but it's fine. You can still get games in and out. But yeah, we're really big game fans, so it's nice to have a spot just for them, and it's super accessible. Usually after Oppie goes to bed, we'll pull out a game to play, and yeah, it's really nice not having to like go underneath the couch or into the closet where she doesn't sleep in the closet, in the bedroom area where she's sleeping, and just get a game from here.
One of the real benefits with this bus was the big storage box it comes with. The storage box starts here and runs all the way along to here, so it's huge and it's very deep. It's I think maybe 2.5 feet deep. So in there, back in there, I've got a suitcase poked away, got hoses, extension lead. That box has got jacks, tire braces, straps, silicons, glues. I've got a small fold-up table, which is basically just for like a workbench when we're on the road. Got some timber stacked up in there, and then we also keep a tandem bike trailer in there. So that's an awesome space. I don't know what we do about it. I'll put some PowerPoint in there, and long term we'll put some lights, but it's a bit of a mess, but we love having that extra space outside the main bus. So this is a box that was already built into the bus. I just extended it down by a few inches to make it a little bit bigger. And in there we've got 2 propane bottles, we've got an air line that's permanently hooked up to the bus, gauge there, and then I've got the filter and the hoses for filling up. Super nice to have that extra space. Also, as part of that, when I was reinforcing the frame, I added a bit of extra storage under here. And I just got 5 gallons of diesel. We've never used it, but having that extra diesel is a bit of peace of mind, especially when the gauges on these buses, they're old and they maybe not be working that well. And then probably the biggest storage that anyone will have in their bus is under their bed, depending on their build and their layout. So we normally have 2 full-size mountain bikes in here. This is a full tandem inflatable kayak. Obviously all of our electrics. Got a jerry can pack poked away there for those times you can't get access to a hose. And then above here we've got mountain bike helmets, bike parts, paddles, life jackets, just lightweight stuff that's not going to damage the tank, just stacked away up there. And yeah, having that space is super awesome. It's like my mini garage away from home.
As always, drop your questions and concerns for Oppie in the comment section below, and we'll make sure to get back to you. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.